Hey guys, JB here from Alpha Wolf Consulting, coming to you today with the next session in the Alpha Wolf Personal Development and Expansion series. And this session is going to be all about sort of a continuation on from yesterday's session around understanding how to structure and organize personal prayers of manifestation. So, what we're looking at today is understanding the sort of implementation of them within our life and how to create conceptual frameworks of sort of the relationship between them in the construction of our conscious and unconscious mind. So, it's pretty important to realize this that if I understand my actions and decisions and behaviors are conscious actions of either construction or destruction within my mind, within my subconscious mind, within my experience of life, within my soul, like however you want to see it. But in the conscious and unconscious mind, when I tell myself I want something and then I accept less, like I accept less than that, I'm telling myself I'm not worth what I want in life. So we start to see the relationship between understanding that my actions, my behaviors, my emotions. So if I say I love myself, I should feel love for myself. Do you sort of get it? It shouldn't just be words. So when I say I love myself, I then focus in on feeling the sensation. I don't overlook that and just say, job done. We've said our words for the day. Do you sort of get it? So what we start to understand is when I'm speaking into my life, I'm taking that approach that I'm speaking and feeling. So the feeling is faith. Do you sort of get it? So we covered that yesterday. And then what we're doing now is aligning them. So whatever I want in life, whatever I want in, my external existence, say I wanted to be better at footy. So I'd start, you know, like I'd have an overarching prayer about what I want to achieve or what I want to be good at. And then I would have daily ritualistic prayers that allow me to move towards it. So areas where I direct focus. So I could direct focus on speed, agility, on understanding. Do you sort of get it? I could do it on passing, like whatever I want to do. So when we think about this in context of our lives, it's easy to try and pretend like it's complex, but it's not really any more difficult than that. So what do I want in life? So if I wanted to, for example, have high muscle development and things like that, like the micro actions are the workouts, the gym, the diet, the routines, like all of that. So we start to see how I can utilize these personal prayers of manifestation as speaking in what I want. And as I'm speaking it, I am the one who is listening and I am also the one who is speaking. So in both actions, I take action moving forward. Should I listen and hear that I should do something? I do it immediately. I don't wait. Should I? So do you sort of start to see the correlation between it? So I'm never in a state of waiting because I am the one who gives the order and then implements the order. It is just two aspects of me. Do you sort of get it? So like our wants and emotions drive us in life and our conscious mind directs us. But sometimes we forget and the conscious mind tries to act like it drives. Do you sort of get it? So the conscious mind is only ever needed to look out for things going wrong if there's a need for it. If there isn't, you're good. If you're on the path you're on, you're good. You're just driving. Do you sort of get it? If you get lost, if you find yourself somewhere you don't want to be, i.e., if you're going down, for the summer beaches and you end up in the Arctic snow, evidently, you know, you've taken wrong directions. Do you sort of get it? But if you're in where exactly where you want to be in life and you're on your path, you don't really need directions. Do you sort of get it? The ego is a tool that allows us to analyze, a tool that allows us to see, but the ego is not me. Yet the ego pretends and creates illusions of control. Do you sort of get it? So, what we have to realize is when I'm doing these prayers, like it doesn't really matter because I'm directing the ego. Do you sort of get it? That's the illusion of the ego, is the ego thinks that for it to not be the center of the world or the universe, that basically it ceases to exist. And the truth is once you let go to the ego can become its true expression. Do you sort of get it? Because the ego is a response to the environment. The ego is how I present myself into the environment. Do you sort of get it? But sometimes in life, the ego thinks it controls the environment. Do you sort of get it? The death of the ego is the realization that the ego doesn't control anything. Do you sort of get it? The ego simply observes. But the ego always tries to go for the negative in life. So we have to let go to that. And the way to let go to the ego is just to have faith. I don't need to know. Because the kryptonite for the ego is the need to know, the need to be certain. When I let go to the need to know or the need to be certain, the ego is no more, for it cannot exist there. It cannot exist outside of the known. Do you sort of get it? So when we start to understand this, we start to see how simple and easy it is for us to be able to remove the ego in everything that we do. Do you sort of get it? Because should I speak something into existence, I don't need to know. Do you sort of get it? I have spoken it. Like it's beyond the known. So it requires faith. So we just start to understand, and we understand these terms outside of religious dogma. So, many believe faith is in God. Faith is in everything. Do you sort of get it? I get on a plane, I've got a pretty fucking high certainty of faith that that plane ain't gonna crash. Otherwise, why the fuck would I get on it? Do you sort of see? Like, I'm not going out and intentionally trying to kill myself. Do you know what I mean? If I drive a car, I have faith that everyone else knows how to drive. Otherwise, it is a fucking terrifying life. Because no matter how good I am, all it takes is one shit cunt and I'm gone. Do you sort of get it? So we realize faith is in everything that we do, and it's a way in which we're able to do highly complex and exhausting things in very simple, like fashions, because we cease trying to control all aspects and we allow our subconscious mind to control them. Do you know what I mean? Like driving's like a reflex. It's like riding a bike is like a reflex, like a physical reflex. Like it's muscle memory. So it's like riding a bike is a very, very complex thing, but once you understand how to do it, it becomes like an aspect of your physical expression or manifestation in life, like walking. Do you know what I mean? Not many people think about walking, but if you ever get caught thinking about walking while you're walking, it usually creates a paradox to where you can't walk straight or where you can't walk properly because you're too like you become too insecure that you're walking wrong. Do you sort of get it? So it's very important for us to understand this because when we're able to use this in a positive manner and not a negative manner, so if I'm able to use this in a manner that is not based in personal insecurity and that is based in like personal expression, so if I focus more on the things and the ways in which I do things as the ways in which I enjoy doing them, and I don't care what other people think, and I suppress the need to care for what other people think, like I become more authentic in my actions and motions. So we start to see that it is in me being able to speak into my life what I want and then suppress the need for anyone else's opinion. Do you sort of get it? And we do that through faith. Faith allows us to suppress the need because when I have faith, I have belief in what is external to what I can perceive. Do you sort of get it? So the more I start to understand this, the more I start to see the links between how I'm able to now use the structuring of a prayer, a personal prayer of manifestation. And the reason it's a personal prayer of manifestation is just because it's in a prayer format and structure. You are praying to yourself, even if you intend to pray to God, even if you intend to pray to whatever you pray to, like you are still talking to yourself. So it's personal, like it only matters to you. So what that means is that when I create the language, it only matters if the language means something to me. If it means something to me, it holds power. If it doesn't mean something to me, it doesn't hold power. Do you sort of get it? So, language that means something to me, okay, in a structured format of prayer, okay, equals manifestation. Manifestation through physical enactment. But basically, what that means is if I say like language that is highly empowering to me and highly directive in nature, and I say that to myself, what happens is I'm directing my conscious and unconscious mind to hyper focus on what I want, and I'm able to speak solution into what others perceive to be as problem. Do you sort of get it? I'm not trying to fight fire with fire. Like if everyone's trying to burn the fire, I'll walk in with a bucket of water. Do you know what I mean? Like it it seems simple, but people are stupid. Like people do stupid things. Like that's what happens. We become irrational in fear. So we have to let go to fear. And the only way to let go to fear is to pick up faith. Faith in whatever you want, because faith is not religious dogma. Faith is if I have faith, I can do something well. I'm going to do it with more commitment than if I don't have faith that I can do it well. Do you sort of get it? If I have faith something will go well, it will go better and I will be better equipped for that environment or situation than if it didn't, or if I didn't have faith. Because if I didn't have faith, I'd be doubting and questioning, creating tension, resistance, and stress. So we start to see that it's this idea of marrying directed and directive speech with faith, with belief beyond the known, to where I can like I don't know if it'd be counterseed, but I can override whatever's happening in the external environment and then basically say my belief in this faith or my faith in this belief happening is what's going to happen. So I don't mind if negative things happen in the interim or the short term because I believe this to be true. Do you sort of get it? And we're able to override it. And then all it comes down to is our ability to maintain willingness to commit to the faith in the belief that allows us. So the more faith I have in the belief, the more energized I feel in pursuit of the belief. The less faith I have in belief, so the less faith I have in the belief that the outcome will be the outcome that I want, i.e., should I seek spiritual enlightenment and I believe with 100% that I will find it. I will find it with 100%. Do you sort of get it? There's no question or doubt in my mind if I will find it. It's only if question and doubt enter my mind that I can lose my energy to pursue it. Do you sort of get it? So we start to see that faith is the, I guess, dimension of reality that is like ever flowing, ever like it is like you cannot use up the amount of faith that exists because every time you use up faith, you create more. It's sort of like a complex paradox where on multi levels and dimensions, it is on exponential renewal of the energy, even if the demand is exponential. It grows at a multiplier of the demand, so to speak. So we start to see that if I'm able to tap into this, then I'm able to now gain the ability or gain the energy for the ability and the momentum to weather any storm, to, walk through the desert because I don't need to believe that I can do it. I have faith that I can do it. And the level of faith that I have is a level of energy that I can draw upon because it's a psychological trigger that allows us to alter and manipulate the biochemical responses at a higher level. Do you sort of get it? So, like, I'm able to withstand hunger for longer. I'm able to, push further through pain. I'm able to, um, you know, put up with more things or do more things or go through or like however you want to see it. Because the thing is there's no easy and there's no difficult, there's no good and there's no bad. There just is. So like if I choose to climb a mountain, it's not good or bad, it's not difficult or easy. It is the mountain. Do you sort of get it? So we don't assign any form of like our own personal bias of meaning or association. Do you sort of get it? So, like, for example, in life, if I speak love and peace into my life, like, I'm not trying to define what love and peace is. Like, I'm speaking it in there. I can define it at a higher level or in more depth where I say, this is what love is to me. Like I speak this love into my life and be highly specific. Do you sort of get it? But it like, it doesn't really matter because should I be specific? Should I be general? Like it is the same. They're just different paths. Do you sort of get it? Because should I speak general, like love and peace into my life? On average, if you did a statistical analysis after 12 months, you would feel more, you would have more interactions of love and peace. Now, these could be on the scale if we were going from, 0 to 10, like these could be 0.001% things where someone just does something slightly nice for you. They hold a door open. Do you sort of get it? Or we can call in larger ones if we want. Do you know what I mean? Like it'll be a mixture of them, but it won't be anything tremendous. Now, if I go highly specific, like I want this kind of experience of love in life, like I can do that and create that. Do you sort of get it? So it's sort of like I can do the general sort of prayer of manifestation and think of it like this: prayer of manifestation or personal prayer of manifestation is just my words spoken to me, okay, for the outcomes I want in life. Do you sort of get it? And now it's general words I speak to myself and highly specific words I speak to myself. And the structure of how I speak is how I activate and command myself. Do you sort of get it? So it's super, super simple because now it's just how do I want to create that? If I was creating computer files on the computer and I wanted to have like generalized, information and highly niched and specific information, how would I do it? Well, the generalized I would have associated by like broad themes or broad trend analysis between them. But you know what I mean? Like broad variables. But on the specific side of it, well, then I would have that in a much more complex where I would have very, very specific folders that are like specified to exact questions or answers to exact questions. Do you sort of get it? So each of them would be their own. Like I could have the folders within a folder of a rough theme, but those themes would be highly specific to like, if you think about it like this, if I'm thinking about banking as a whole and I'm thinking, oh, I wouldn't mind getting into banking. You know what I mean? And I'm like going at it as a whole to where if I went in, like I want to be a financial, advisor or a financial broker through, a specific banking thing. So it's a refined focus to where I'm blocking out artificially all distractions by that focus. Do you sort of get it? Or I'm allowing to see all so that I can spot trends and analysis. So it's sort of like if I generalize the speech in terms of I speak love and peace into my life, opposed to saying I, I speak, unconditional love and peace into my life, into all those who are around me, into all those who know me's life. Do you know what I mean? Like I can go and try and make it as specific as I want. I can have very specific ones. Do you know what I mean? I can have ones for love and the kinds of love I want to speak into my life that I want to experience and feel. Do you sort of get it? It's sort of like an affirmation, but it's in the prayer format because it's a way of self-worship, self-prayer. Do you sort of get it? Praying to God is worshiping God. When I do a personal prayer of manifestation, I am personally worshiping myself for my best. Do you sort of get it? It empowers you at a higher rate because it allows you to be the one who fills your cup. It allows you to be the one who you know, answers your wishes in life and creates them. So it's pretty important to understand because when I understand this, I can create very, very refined and expansive sort of prayers of what I want. So I can speak in the next 3 months of my life. I can speak in what I want this year. I can speak in what I want in general in life. I can speak in what I want today. I can speak in what I want this hour. Like however I want to do it. Like it's just a practice of initiating and directing the mind towards goals and achievements. Do you know what I mean? So I see what I want, and then I create a prayer to say, go after it. I want that. Do you sort of get it? And if I can do it right, where I align the conscious and unconscious mind, I think it's the right decision and I feel it's the right decision. So every action makes me feel good. There's no sort of um, like disalignment or um, like sort of like when you don't have resonant frequency, when the frequencies are sort of off, one overpowers the other, or it sort of just creates a jumbled mess of white noise or whatever. I'm not a frequency dude, but whatever. But it's sort of one of those things. So we start to see moving through life, if I'm able to use these to pick the frequency that I want to align with, now I'm able to curate it and I can do it for everything. Do you sort of get it? Because I'm the one that's saying, this is where I want to be at. And then I'm allowing myself to be there. Like I'm the one directing myself. I'm not waiting. I'm not asking for things to be given to me and then waiting to see if it comes true. I am now the one directing myself on what I want to get in life. Do you sort of get it? So when I introduce the prayer with faith, I now am able to move directly to whatever I want. So it's like in the day, if I could make each day of my life better in micro transactions or micro actions, how could I do that? Do you know what I mean? Is it, for example, if we were thinking about career or something like that, like is it posting more? Is it, reading more? Is it researching? Is it practicing? Is it, promoting yourself? Is it, prospecting for new business? Like, so whatever I'm looking like in my cachet of all the potential actions I could take and the benefits that I get. I'm now able to speak them into my existence. Do you sort of get it? And to the level that I believe this to be true, that faith that I hold, that this is true, whatever I speak is what it is, and I uphold that. Okay. That sets the level of the power of the words or of what I speak to being created in life. Do you sort of get it? So when I start to understand this, the more I believe the words I say to be true, the more faith I have to not need to see to know that they are true, the more power the words I speak have. Do you sort of get it? So now I'm able to, in my career or business, look at the cache of potential things that need to be done and see what I can, you know, progress forward. Do you sort of get it? Like, what do I want in the next 7 days? Set a prayer for it, set timelines and deadlines for yourself to work within it. So, i.e., if I speak love and peace into my life, like the timeline is the fucking rest of my life. Do you sort of get it? The deadline is right this fucking moment. Do you sort of get it? So right this moment for the rest of my life, that is what I've fucking spoken into reality. No ifs, no fucking buts, no fucking maybes. I've spoken this. It is now enacted and enforced. No question. If someone wants to try and fucking question me, that's good. But at a certain point in time, I'm going to tell you to fuck off. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? I have one way that I am experiencing life, and that is what I am doing. I don't mind what you are doing. I'm not oppressing others. I don't need others to enact it because I don't need, others to see and believe for me to believe it's true. I already believe it's true because I have faith. I don't need to see to believe. Do you sort of get it? So we understand the power of this because if I only believe, I'll never get anywhere because I have to see before I can truly believe. Whereas with faith, I can truly believe without ever needing to see. Do you sort of get it? So we start to understand this. So we're taking it from a similar structure to like like religious texts, so like things like the Bible and things like that, like how God would speak. Do you know what I mean? Like all of that. So now we're taking that understanding and applying it to our own personal development. If I were to speak affirmations into my life, what am I trying to accomplish? So if I were to speak affirmations of love, what am I trying to accomplish? Love, peace, serenity, joy, happiness, all of this. So now I just create out tens, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of prayers. And I don't speak them in there today and not tomorrow. Like I speak them in there every time. Every time my mind gets bored or thinks negative, that's what I speak into my life. Do you sort of get it? I don't avoid it by going into like, sort of just watching or, sort of when you stagnate. So you watch movies or you watch TV or you do things that aren't overly relevant to what you want in life. Do you know what I mean? So it's really important that, like, if I am the one constructing and curating my life, wouldn't I curate the life I want? If so, then wouldn't I always want to speak in and train my mind to only ever speak in what I want into my existence? Do you sort of get it? So I let go to all the bullshit. If I don't want it into my life, like, let's just say this, if I'm sitting at my deathbed and I don't like an aspect of myself, why fucking bring it along? Do you know what I mean? I've only got to put up with it for the rest of my life. And then on my deathbed, I'll be looking at it thinking, why the fuck did I bring you? Do you sort of get it? And then we look at our life and we can see reflections of aspects of us in other people. So it's sort of like if I have a relationship with someone where I am overly dependent or they are overly dependent on me, then it's sort of like I'm bringing you along or you're bringing me along. Do you sort of get it? It doesn't really make any sense for like why I would bring you along for the rest of my life. Do you sort of get it? So it's just in this understanding that in life I can take actions that like, yeah, they're all right. They make me feel all right. I feel pretty good, whatever. And I can take actions that in like exhilarate my soul and make me excited and make me inspired in life. So it's sort of like, which ones do I want? The ones that I want, those things that make me inspired, that is what I create the prayers around. Do you sort of get it? So I call them into my life because how great would life be if I get to experience them? Do you sort of get it? So what we're doing is on a general next 5 years of my life, this is what I want to experience. And then we do out the micro with a monthly, weekly, daily. Do you sort of get it? So I can do one or two prayers a day and I can choose. And if I want, I can go and I can write down 50 prayers and just do different ones of them for whatever I feel and have it as a game. Like I can have it in my mind and just create it new prayers each day. Do you know what I mean? Each day I can speak creation into my life, or I can refine the creation by speaking more of it into my life. So think about it like this. If this was the only one I use, the only prayer I use, well, I'm gonna really refine it in because every time I'm reciting this to myself, I'm sort of developing the idea within me a little bit more, but I'm strengthening my belief in it. So the more I do things, the more I believe them to be true and possible. Do you sort of get it? So it's like I can create out 10 or 20 different prayers. And these are just prayers like, if I want self-confidence, a prayer for self-confidence, I speak self-confidence into my life, for I am more, you know, I have accomplished all that I have ever set myself. Do you know what I mean? And you can list out the different accomplishments. So you can speak in whatever you want into your life. Do you sort of get it? So in any moment, if a moment makes me feel weak, I can speak strength into my life. And it can be a silent prayer as much as two sentences that I speak, and now I have it all. Because I don't need to see, I believe. Do you sort of get it? I don't need to see to believe. I already do believe. Do you sort of get it? I have faith. So whenever I speak, I'm allowed to feel exactly what I speak into my life without need of anything external, for I have spoken it. Do you sort of understand? That gives you power to now become whatever you need within the situation. Should the situation call for understanding, you can become understanding. Should it call for strength, you can become strength. Should it call for whatever? Do you sort of get it? Because the higher consciousness is the aspect of us that is directly connected to the collective consciousness. The higher consciousness is the aspect of us that gives us the ability to connect with the external environment on an energetic level. So energetically, I can call things into my existence when I connect with the collective consciousness. Do you sort of get it? So it's very important to understand this, because when we start to understand this, now I understand the internal, and then how through the internal I can access the external. So only through accessing my higher consciousness can I access the collective consciousness, because the higher consciousness is the aspect of me that realizes I am the collective consciousness. It's the aspect of me that is God. Do you sort of get it? I, as a person, am not God. An aspect of my consciousness is an aspect of the consciousness that is God. Do you sort of get it? So, like, I don't control all, I control this as God. Do you sort of get it? I can influence all because I am the exact same as everything external to me and in an energetic state, or an energetic sort of like field. So it's sort of like this. If I want to attract money to me, I can attract people with money. I can attract money. I can attract success. I can attract whatever I want. Do you sort of get it? Like I can control and tap into any frequency, because that's all they are, is just energetic flow, and all energetic flow is a frequency. Do you sort of get it? So like when energy flows, it becomes a frequency. Do you know what I mean? Like who knows if that's true, so to speak. I'm not really good with electricity, but you know what I mean? So we start to understand if energy is flows and frequencies, then all I need to do is be able to see what I want and then tap into the frequency of what I want. If I can see what I want, and I believe and I have faith that everything is true that I want, everything I see is true, I am now aligning to the frequency of that. So whatever I think and feel sort of sets the foundation for the frequency that my heart resonates at. The frequency my heart resonates at is the frequency in which I attract. Do you sort of get it? Whatever frequency I put into my heart, I attract to me. So if I'm really focused in on money and I'm really desiring money from my heart and what it can do for me, I'll be more inclined and incentivized to go after and chase money. Do you sort of get it? So we start to see the link. that should I gain conscious control over being able to control these two elements, I can now pick and choose what I want to experience in life. Do you sort of get it? So the more I start to understand this, it's just simply, well, all I have to do is see what I want and then direct myself to go and get it. And then fuel myself to get it through holding faith that I have already achieved it. Because time is not linear, it is a non-linear fashion. So in the moment that I want for something, I have already achieved it. Do you sort of get it? Those two moments exist in the same moment. Do you sort of get it? And that moment is every moment. So it's like one of these things where it's a bit of a paradox because to experience it in the physical, I must do certain things in a linear manner, certain chains of events and certain, situations and things like that. Think about it like this. If I'm developing a new product, it starts off in conception and visualization of the product. And in the moment that I create the conception and I see the product, okay, and I've sort of worked it all out, well, it exists. That moment of that product being in a conceptual framework and existing as a physical element of this universe is true simultaneously. The only way for me to experience it is should I go out and physically manifest it through the actions and behaviors I take to create it. Do you sort of understand? So when we take this understanding into psychology, should I speak what I want into my life and I visualize and see what I want? Well, now all I have to do is take actions that are aligned with it and it will be mine. So should I like say a prayer, personal prayer of manifestation, and then have faith and believe with everything I have that it is true and it will happen. It will happen. It doesn't really matter because you you can't question faith until it has already happened. Do you sort of get it? It's one of those paradoxes that if I die and it hasn't happened, I still have faith it'll happen. Do you sort of get it? Like I don't question the faith until it happens. Do you sort of get it? That's the paradox. So until what I want in life happens, I keep moving towards it because the paradox is the only way for me to question if it's real or not is after I get it, after I find it. Do you sort of get it? Until I find it, like I can't question it because I haven't found it yet. Do you sort of get it? So it's like if I'm speaking love and peace into my life, it's sort of like until I have that experience or that moment of love and peace, like I'm always searching for it. Do you sort of get it? So it's like in every moment, I'm searching to feel love and peace. That's my number one priority. That's my number one like what I'm searching for in life. So it doesn't really matter what other people do. It doesn't really matter what happens in the day. It's sort of like I'm searching for this. So then it's once I understand how to apply or get it, sort of like it's as simple as this. These prayers are a way of engaging the mind to do what the mind already has agreed to do. So it's like this in any moment of life, you can have, be, and do whatever you want because in the moment you think about it, you can make a conscious choice to go after it and it is yours. Do you sort of get it? These prayers are ways in which we can already know the answers but be not able to implement them. Do you sort of get it? So, like, I can engage my subconscious or conscious mind into finding answers for me, or I can engage it into like implementing answers that I give it. Do you sort of get it? So it's sort of like I'm not looking for anything external to me because everything that I seek is already internal to me. So I'm implementing this into my subconscious and conscious mind so that it stops focusing on external. Do you sort of get it? So I use language that brings it back to the internal and takes away and removes it from the external. So you can't have external factors. Do you sort of get it? Like I speak love and peace into my life. Okay. Where my presence is felt, only love and peace will be. Like it's only self. Like it's not in the environments I'm in, love and peace will be found because then I'm trying to control environments where my presence is felt because I control my presence, which is my energetic state, okay, or my bio, I think it's biomagnetic field, the field we give off that we generate through, our bodies operating and being alive. So we start to see that when I can use very specific language to direct it, I'm also able to avoid wanting and wishing. Because if I get into the trap of wanting and wishing, I get into the trap of procrastinating because I'm waiting for something to happen. Trust me, I lived many years this way. It's a fun time. You can enjoy it. It's just a lot of feeling incomplete. So once you want to feel complete, all you do is realize I am the one that completes me. And then you complete yourself. I'm not asking God for answers. I'm giving answers from God. Do you sort of get it? It's very important because it's a way of like connecting to the frequencies and tapping in and being able to access knowledge, to access understanding, experiences, things like that. And the more we start to understand this, or the more we start to access it, the more we start to connect deeper with our self and identity of self. Do you sort of get it? The more I speak into my life, the more I understand who I am. For what I speak into my life becomes me. Do I sow chaos and envy into my life? Or do I speak love and peace? Do you sort of get it? It's very important to understand this because no other can sow chaos in your mind. Only you can sow chaos in your mind. While others can lead you to sow chaos in your mind, they cannot sow chaos for you. What that means is someone has to make me doubt myself for me to ever doubt myself. Like for me to feel the hurt of doubting myself, I have to treat like I have to doubt myself. Do you sort of get it? Like so for example in love, if I make you doubt yourself, well then it's pretty easy to emotionally manipulate you. Do you sort of get it? It's a fun game people play. But yeah, so we start to understand that if I am the one who is filling my cup, if I am the one who is creating, there is no room for doubt because there is no external. So we just let go to the need for the external. Do you sort of get it? If I'm praying for what I manifest in life, or I'm doing prayers of manifestation and manifesting and speaking and creating into my existence what I want, it doesn't really matter what other people think because should I achieve it, I get everything that I want in life. Should I not achieve it, I don't get jack shit. Do you sort of get it? So if other people have a problem with me achieving it, then you got to let them go. Whereas, do you know what I mean? Because it's only ever going to suffer to you. It's only ever going to be a negative thing to you if you sacrifice what you want in life for other people, who aren't willing to go after what they want in life. So it's very important to understand this so that when I'm creating these prayers, that I'm not creating it from a disempowered state of being where I'm wanting for things. Do you sort of get it? I'm not wanting love and peace. Even though I may want love and peace, when I speak love and peace, it is so. Do you sort of get it? I don't want it to be so. He's fucking so. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. So we have to understand when I'm coming from this space, I'm not coming from a space of lack. I'm coming from a space of I've already accomplished and I know how, like, the path to create. Do you sort of get it? And the more we understand this, the more we understand, well, if I know the path how to create, now it is just creating the structural foundation for how I'm going to formulate the change that I create within my life. So, on a micro level, what are the daily changes that I want to create in my life? And then I speak them into it. And I just pick four a day and I change it every week or something like that and just do the same for every morning. I recite them 10 times. And the goal isn't to just recite them, the goal is to recite and feel them, to feel every word. Do you sort of get it? As being true in faith. So I believe this to be true. Don't need to see it. You know, I've never seen a bear before, but I don't fucking doubt they exist. Like, I don't need to see a bear in real life to know that they exist. I don't doubt it because unfortunately, doubting it leads to bear attacks. Do you sort of get it? So, like, I already have faith that they exist. Do you know what I mean? So when we're doing this, every word I speak, like I have faith it exists. I don't need to doubt it because doubting it leads to my demise, leads to my death, leads to negative, because doubting it leads to me lowering myself. Not because of other, but because of me. So we understand doubt is the internal enemy that tries to control and constrain us, the ego. Do you sort of get it? So I let go to the need to doubt. It's irrelevant to doubt. And I choose to have faith that should I speak love and peace into my life, like love and peace is something that I'm now feeling every moment. And should I feel it in every moment, then that is all. Do you sort of get it? I don't need anything else to convince me. Do you sort of get it? So that's the paradox of faith is that should I feel faith, I receive what I want. Do you sort of get it? I do not see it, but I have already received it. Should I want love and peace in life, and I speak love and peace into my life, and then I feel more peace and love in life, I have achieved everything I want. Who knows if there is less, if there's more love and peace in my external environment? I can think there is, I can try, but I don't really, it's only through my actions and behaviors and how I present myself to the external environment that I can influence or control the external environment or my willingness to leave the external environment. So it's very important not to confuse those two because sometimes we can be confused into embracing negative and toxic cycles because of our inability to acknowledge the negative aspect of them and the detriment and the harm that they can do within our psyche. It's the ego that tries to say that I'm good, I can do this, I can do that, because the ego's out to prove a point, because it wants to validate itself externally. So once you validate yourself internally, the ego ceases to be a trap, because I don't need to validate who I am to know who I am. I don't need to validate who I am to believe I am who I am. Do you sort of get it? I don't need to validate. Like if I speak love and peace into my life, I don't need to validate that through anyone else. Do you sort of get it? Like it's irrelevant. Me validating it through them isn't going to make me believe any more than me validating through myself. Like the highest form of validation comes from self. Because in essence, reality is simply the illusion of others and like the isolation of self. Like without me, reality doesn't exist to me because I cannot perceive or experience it as me. Do you sort of get it? This means that if there was no me, there is no me to know who me is. Do you sort of get it? It's irrelevant. So, should I cease to be, it holds no relevance. Do you sort of get it? But I am. So, therefore, me ceasing not to be is irrelevant. Do you sort of get it? For I am. So we start to see this and this understanding that, like, if things go good for me, it's irrelevant. If they go bad for me, it's irrelevant. If they go good for me, they were always meant to go good for me. If they go bad for me, they were always meant to go bad for me. But if they go bad for me, it's just a pointer of apparently I wasn't paying attention to what I wanted. Do you sort of get it? So, like, it's just a reflection on how to, or advice on how to move forward in the future. Because what I want makes me feel quite negative. Do you sort of get it? All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.